You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com. New year, new career. SiouxEmpireJobs.com. Hey, now it's February. Can I keep saying that? Or do I have to?
Yeah, that thing's got legs, man.
All right, I'm going to do that till July.
It's got legs.
New year.
New career. And you heard it right here on the greatest little station in the nation. Sunny 93.3, babies.
Wow.
I do like that.
We're looking down the barrel of another week here on the Sioux Empire.
All right.
I'm Dan Farris. Thanks for joining me this morning.
In his air chair.
My cohorts, John and Heidi. Lovely couple. You should get to know them. In fact, you should just move in. They have money.
We really don't.
We don't.
Celebrating birthdays today. Clark Gable.
Oh, yeah.
Clark Gable. Old Hollywood. It was just an
It
amazing
was neat,
time,
wasn't it?
They
Yeah.
named the end of the barn after him.
Yeah, there you go. The end of what now?
Barns, like Gable and... Never mind.
He's just-
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither.
Lisa Marie Presley is 53.
Oh, wow.
Elvis's little girl. She's certainly had her trials and tribulations, and we wish her the best and a happy birthday. And I just had a thing for this guy, man. He was just so out there. Rick James.
Oh, yeah?
Loved Rick James. Without him, Eddie Murphy never would have partied all the time, all the time. Rick James, super freak, one of the greatest songs ever written.
Yeah.
Was
Fun guy.
1884, the first volume of the Oxford English Dictionary is published. First volume was just the letter A up to the word ant.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it was the first volume. It took a while to crank this thing out. It was 1884.
Well, they had to come up. Yeah, they didn't even have computers back then.
Nope,
so.
not back then. And I love the dictionary. It's the only book I own because the thing is, all the other books are already in there. Gotta do a little shifting around, a little deciphering. 1972. I remember this. One of my best friends was a couple of years older than me. So he graduated high school 2 years ahead of me. And I went to his, what do you call it? Graduation party?
Yeah.
Or what the heck it was. But we were freaking out. His parents, because he was going to go to the University of Minnesota that fall. His parents gave him, he's unwrapping the package, we're in the backyard, big party going on, a handheld calculator. The very first one, 1972, the HP 35, was introduced. Again, basically all it did was math.
Yeah.
$400 was the price tag.
Are you kidding?
And Jeffy Swanson, my buddy, got one of these from his parents, and we're all standing there going, dude, your parents are rich. This is crazy. We played with that thing all day.
Learn how to make it say hello if you punch in the right letters and then hold it
That
upside
wouldn't
down.
come for years, John.
Yeah, that was later.
Nah.
That was me. We were on the cutting edge of technology, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts? It was a 1982 Late Night with David Letterman debuts on NBC for $1 million, who was his first guest this night in 82.
Oh, my gosh. I couldn't
It was...
John might know this.
I do know it, and I'm trying to think if
Ooh, you've run out of time, John. I'm sorry. No, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. I did know that.
Oh.
And I think he was his last guest on that show, too.
I think you're right. Actually.
Pretty sure he was.
I would have never guessed it.
You're right. So
Yeah.
there you go. Now I know, you know, we all know. We just stumble forward.
We're going to do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
I felt snappy salute off the well-searched room of the Ranger Dan Cap to you two. How you doing there, Owen? Heidi!
Ranger Dan.
Yeah, let's just get to it. A recap. I know everybody's
Yeah.
been pretty darn excited. If you weren't there Friday night right into Saturday morning, well, you missed out on One heck of an extravaganza there, of course.
Read about it online.
It was the second annual Ranger Dan Ice Hole Ball out at Catfish Bay. Things got underway about 11 o'clock. And I got to tell you what, I think we should just start things out by saying I think we all learned something.
Yeah. Something.
Some valuable lessons there. Of course, the crowd was, let's just face it, hundreds of people. It's a big deal. It's a Ranger Dan event, and people show up because we do it for the children. I think everybody is aware of that.
Yeah.
Now, when you take some of these events separately on their own, they're all pretty darn good ideas. But sometimes when you combine a few things, well, it makes for, kind of a strange eclectic mix. And what I'm saying here, number one, we were surprised you had 3 different packages to choose from. You could purchase 1 ice hole for $19.95, 2 ice holes for just $49.95, or what we called our congressional package, unlimited ice holes.
That's a lot of ice holes.
For just $99.95.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we were a little bit surprised, but most people signed up for the $99.95 unlimited ice
Oh,
holes.
yeah, I
package.
suppose.
Okay, so all of a sudden we got literally hundreds of people out on that little small patch of ice. Arguing in hundreds of ice holes.
It's a lot of ice holes for that many people.
Of course, our associates, the bonfire was going to be a spectacular deal, and in hindsight, that probably should have been built on shore.
Oh, no. You did it on the ice?
So when we torched up that 60-foot high tower of kerosene-soaked pallets, compliments of Walmart, those 20 cords of firewood, compliments of Area Get and Goes, and of course several dozen picnic tables, compliments Sioux Falls Park and Rec Department. Short order there with all those holes and all that weight and, all that heat. So we had a bunch of people hollering, screaming, and headed for the shoreline.
Yeah, apparently.
All the excitement. Really, nobody really had any time to get a stick on the ice, so there's very little fishing going on, little chance of getting it done.
So you didn't even have to give out any prizes.
Sure, there were no fatalities. In fact, there were really no injuries this year, unlike last year. And, that reminds a special shout-out of thanks to Ready Towing. Without their quick response, Margaret Lindquist would still be floating out there somewhere. Now, Margaret, known affectionately to her family and friends as Large Marge, there was just no way we could get out of there on their own, so we need those hydraulics. And old Margie, she'll be just fine, up wandering around a week or so. Whipping up her award-winning tater tot casserole, which is a big hit at Our Savior's Lutheran Church up there on 33rd. And also, we've had some inquiries about this. Of course, right before the event, we had you relinquish your phones, of course, and other electronic devices for your own safety and security, of course, but in all the mad dash to get to the cars, get the heck out of there, what with the approaching sirens and whatnot, you'll be able to collect those phones beginning this Saturday right about 10 o'clock at Northview Bait and Tackle there on North Kiwanis. There's Northview Bait and Tackle, home of the official chub of the Ranger Dan second annual Ice Hole Ball.
Nice. Very good.
That sounds like quite the fun-filled event.
You always put on one heck of a party.
Something. And on another positive note, though, a whole lot of fishing didn't get done as far as all those 60-foot mound of pallets and tables and wood and whatnot singed now laying at the bottom of that. That's going to make for some mighty fine crappie and bluegill covers.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
So, you got to look at that glass is half full. I know mine always is. That's all the time we have, little Radio Rangers. Till next time, this is Ranger Dan. Out, say it with me, won't you, please?
Yes, sir.
Did you make a resolution to give up drugs? It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris in the studio right about now.
Yeah, speaking of Kaladi's Bistro, which is phenomenal dishes, it was several hundred years ago in Switzerland, the very first commercial cheese manufacturing plant was founded.
Oh, nice.
100 years ago. So we're talking about cheese. Zappia, which is a weird company, apparently they have nothing else to do but do surveys across the country.
Really?
And they did another one. Every state, what's your favorite cheese?
Oh, yeah.
And it must just be per capita based on consumption, who's
a good idea.
Who's buying what. So If you could only have one cheese, John, the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, geez.
What would it be?
Oh, cheese. I would have to say probably mozzarella because it's on pizza, so I'd go with that.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go with cheddar because it's in a lot of the things that I cook.
Yeah,
I'm a big sharp cheddar guy.
Yeah.
Me too.
A big sharp cheddar guy.
Yep, me too.
It's like pizza. It'd be so weird to not have mozzarella.
This seems kind of cheating to me, but string cheese is a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
This is like the string cheese. It's really convenient. You can bring it with you. It's pretty darn good. Minnesota and Wisconsin both opt for Swiss cheese.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Swiss cheese. It's very waxy.
I like
it. I like it.
When it's utilized properly, for instance, on a fine Reuben sandwich, then yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, if
Mushroom
you're using it
and Swiss.
along with something else, it's a great blend for other food.
Right.
Eating it by itself, no thanks.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Iowa and Nebraska. I didn't see this coming, but here we go. Favorite cheese in those two states, Velveeta.
Really?
I've always wondered if that's really a cheese. I guess it is.
No,
It's not.
it says
It's
right on it,
processed.
cheese food. It's
Yeah,
not. They
it's
can't
not.
even say it's cheese.
Oh, it's good. I'm just saying. I'm not
You know what,
making
though?
this
I
up.
will say,
Yeah, they got
cooking with it, I use it.
Yeah,
I
why
do.
not?
Yeah.
And here's another thing, and I'm not familiar. Queso Blanco. Queso Blanco.
Queso Blanco? It's like
That
white
is
cheese.
is that a cheese or is that a blend of like some kind of dip or what?
It's a white
I think
cheese.
it's a white cheese dip.
Yeah, it's a white cheese dip that you find typically at like a Mexican
restaurants, which is amazing.
Okay, and this one kills me. Delaware wins the prize. The favorite cheese in Delaware, according to Zappia, is a Cheese Whiz.
Does anybody have the spray can cheese?
Okay.
Nobody had squirt cheese.
So 100 years ago, me and my then radio partner Craig Maddock get invited over to a DSU, right?
Yeah.
They're doing their annual talent thing, and they would like us to MC it.
Nice.
So we suit up, head out there, and we always like to open the show with a little entertainment. And I got it in my head, and I'm sure I stole the idea from somewhere. A little thing called Whiz Your Pants.
Okay.
So we stop at a store, we pick up half a dozen cans of aerosol cheese
Right.
whiz.
Yeah.
Right.
When we get there, get up on stage, we call on the dean of the school, other administrators, people who run that school, up on stage, 6 of them, handed them each a can of this stuff and said, hey, we're going to start the music. You're going to shove this stuff down your pants and pull the trigger. And the one with cheese whiz first comes out bottom of their
Pant leg.
They win. They're going to get Dan
Oh
Craig
my
t-shirts,
gosh.
coffee mugs. They have no choice but to do it. They got 300 students looking at them, man. They're under the spotlight.
Yeah.
And away we go. And here was the greatest ending ever. The assistant dean of students won. Unfortunately, he had the cheese whiz with jalapeno oil in it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
His
Oh,
And
no.
he was on fire.
Oh.
It was awesome. We never got invited back.
I bet you didn't.
But we got paid, and that's a great story.
I'm starting to think maybe we don't want you back in here either.
Time to play Where's Your Pants? Who's with us, can't you?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, hey, there's something to think about.
What was in this? Oh, jalapeno. Sorry, dude.
I'm sorry, my
You
bad.
might want to hit the showers there, Larry. Sorry about that. Here's a T-shirt. Have a nice day.
Well, thank you for that update, Dan.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that in years. That was crazy.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, and this has been our morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. And if you'd like to win a gift card to Kaladi's on Wednesday, you can sign up right now at sunnyradio.com. Just click that little button that says Win Awesome Prizes. Let's make 2021 a brighter year. Last year was awful for many people who put everything into a business, hoping to live their dreams, only to have it become a nightmare. You can help them by shopping locally. If you have the means, buy some gift cards from a local business and give them to a friend who could use some help. You'll be helping your friend and the small business, plus all the people who work there too. This is a positive thing you could do that could ripple through your community to make 2021 a brighter year. Take part and learn more at giftcardchallenge.org. Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with some awesome news of something really cool that's actually based right in this area. It's called The Letter Project, and their website, theletterproject.org. And on the phone with me right now, I have Paige Thompson. How you doing, Paige?
I'm doing well. How are you, John?
I am fantastic. I think this is just a really cool idea, the Letter Project. Let's talk first about where did this idea come from?
Yeah, so it started, actually, our founder read some research that 7 in 10 girls believe that they're not good enough. And that number was really unfortunate and just led her to come up with this idea of how do we challenge girls, how do we remind them and encourage them that there's more to them, that they are enough. And we decided to do that through handwritten letters. So this project started in 2016, and since then we've grown to 7,000 writers who support girls and women now who are going through hard times.
And this is really cool. I'm on the website, and it says over 19,000 letters sent, thousands of volunteers, 100 different countries. But this is based, it all kind of got its start right here in the Sioux Falls area?
Yeah, so it started in Atlanta, and then when I became the executive director, everything shifted here to Sioux Falls. So what's really special is you have all these letters that circulate around the world, and our return address, it says Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 57109, and I love that. I'm a South Dakota girl, born and raised in this area, and so it's really special that Sioux Falls gets to be featured in such a big, meaningful way in this mission.
And I'll bet when these young ladies get these letters and they see that it's from Sioux Falls, they already have like a smile on their face knowing, hey, this is going to be like a little bundle of happiness I'm opening right here.
Absolutely, and it stays with them. Our recipients often talk about reading their letters for months and years to come.
That is so cool. And again, it's called The Letter Project, and their website is theletterproject.org. And I'm on the website right now, and I see on here you can be a writer, you can host a write night, you can request a letter. I think it's really cool. You've got all of this stuff just literally a click away. So if there's somebody listening right now that is saying, I would love to do that. I've been gifted with this ability to write, and, I've already used that to bless other people in my life. But boy, if there's a way I can do that to bless somebody that I don't even know, but it's somebody that absolutely needs it, it's really cool that you've got literally just like a click away for them to do this.
Absolutely. And right now, more than ever, handwritten letters are such an amazing way to connect with people. Being a letter writer through our program is really special because you're able to actually pick who you want to write to. You get to learn a little bit of information about her and what she's going through, and then you get to pick how often you want to write. So we don't say you have to write so many letters. You choose when it works for you. And so being a letter writer is a great way to volunteer and give back in a super easy, flexible way.
And I kind of scrolled down a little bit on the Join Our Cause section on the website. It says, write letters, gratitude challenge, request letters, and sponsor a bundle. So we kind of talked about two of those, writing letters, and let's talk a little about requesting letters right now. If I want to get on this list and say, hey, I could use this, how do I just click this button and do it, I suppose?
Yeah, so I love when we get letter requests here in South Dakota. It's super special to be giving the letters back locally as well. So when someone requests letters, they actually get at least 20 letters, handwritten, personalized to them from all around the world. And so these letters just are a beautiful way to uplift someone. I always encourage you, if you know someone who's going through a hard time, whether it's struggling in relationships or loneliness, bullying, or if it's marital issues, infertility, whatever the struggle is, please reach out to us. Even if our wait list, we have a wait list and we open up our requests at least monthly. But I really try hard to honor local requests too and try and get them in as quickly as possible. We've also been blessed with some local sponsors. Chelsea's Boutique is one where when we have local requests, I usually will put a little something special extra in there from a local business here as well.
That's really cool. And I see on here gratitude challenge, and that's something that people can join the challenge as well?
Yep. So we try and do through our blog some various different monthly endeavors. Like coming up in February, we're actually doing some Galentine's celebrations. And then in March for Women's History Month, we'll be doing some yoga and mental health focus. So whether you want to be a letter writer, receive letters, request for someone, or just be involved in a community that cares and wants to empower and encourage you, there's a lot of ways to do that through our website and through this community we've built.
And then the last thing I want to talk about is sponsor a bundle. If I click on here and say, hey, I'd like to help make this happen even more, That's where I go to do that?
Correct, yeah. So it costs $10 to send a bundle of letters. And so that's when someone's able to receive those 20 handwritten letters. We coordinate all of that. And so we have sponsors who will donate even $1 a month helps us cover the cost of stamps. So whatever amount that you're able to give, we're also always looking for volunteers. If there's local volunteers who want to help read through letters or bundle some letters, that's certainly something that we'd love to have as well, whether it's financial or just giving in whatever way is possible for them.
I love this project. It's really cool. Paige, thank you for taking the time to chat with us about it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Again, the website, if you would like to get involved, theletterproject.org. Again, theletterproject.org.
Did you make a resolution to stop drinking? It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
ChannelSurferTV.com presents Entertainment News of the Day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because you know what? Celebrity. Oh, this one is this is right in our little arena here. This is a fun deal. The South Dakota Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All right, or Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
that is. Because, John Mogan's big into that. My buddy Mark Osbos, those people. It has been moved because the Rona affects everything. So if you plan on attending the 2021 South Dakota Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, plan on going later in the year. They're still going to do it, but they moved it back. They decided, I guess mid last week, they're moving it from April, when it normally is, to September of this year.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and I always wonder because I'm a Twin Cities guy, and I was pretty familiar with the local music scene growing up in the Twin Cities. And when I moved here, there wasn't a lot of that going on. In fact, when I moved here, I think it was '87. There wasn't a whole lot of live bands. There weren't a lot of venues. Downtown was basically dark back then when I moved here.
Minneapolis is huge for live entertainment. Huge.
Yeah,
and so it was a real hit and miss. So I've been surprised watching the South Dakota Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's like, where are these finding these bands? But apparently
they're all over, yeah.
There's lots of them.
Yeah.
Joining the long list of bands, artists, music-related celebs this year will be 9 different South Dakota bands, including Indigenous, which I have seen over the years.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Felix, which I'm not familiar with. The Rumbles, which I've actually been on stage with down at the Shrine over the years.
I've seen the Rumbles.
And Coakley. I have no idea who that is, but Coakley.
Well, it's a big state, so some of these could be from other parts of the state, too.
That's true,
I was thinking the Rumbles was an Iowa band, but
no, they played there a lot. But no, they're from here.
Yeah, if you never, ever, over 30 years, were down for the Halloween bash down at the Shrine almost every year, it was the Rumbles for a long time, presented by the Orient. Always a great party and a great band. So.
Oh, yeah.
It's very deserving. So there you go. It's still going to be going on, and I'm sure we'll have more on that as we get closer because it's just kind of fun.
Well, we'll get them to come and chat on the radio about it.
There you go. Yes, we will.
Fun stuff. Dan.
Frank, Henry.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at a page.
I notice if in fact I get a chance to actually when I'm out in the green room listening to Ranger Dan, does he ever call you?
He's never called me the right name.
Okay, maybe it's a thing then.
I wasn't. I know your name. I was looking at info about Don McLean because this week is the anniversary of when the airplane crashed.
And Don McLean was the artist who brought us American Pie.
Yeah, American Pie. So I was just reading through this. That's why that name was on the top of my head.
I'm all right.
So, sorry there, Don Farris. Thanks for listening. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by shoplocalsiouxfalls.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, February 1st, 2021. Volatility returned to the stock market Friday. The week ended on a down note, with the major indices all down more than 2% at the low of the day. The move can be chalked up to a growing anxiety that was fueled by Friday's economic data. While the data is generally positive, with income, spending, and manufacturing activity all on the rise, there's a dark cloud to be wary of. A surprise jump in core inflation has investors spooked. The FOMC easy money zero interest rate policy could end sooner than expected. This week could be a tough one for investors. The price action in the S&P 500 suggests the index will post lower prices sooner than higher, and that is backed up by the VIX. The fear index surged to multi-month highs early in the week and may be in a reversal. A rise in the VIX usually coincides with a drop in the S&P 500, and it could be a big one. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.